core of the program is a sense of an international learning community that comes together in this MSc program over a period of 3 years, working in multiple ways, engaging the mind, the intellect, engaging the heart, really bringing embodied experiential engagement to the fore, and engaging the will. And you can see that here on this little figure that I've put together onto an international map, the combination of the international learning community with our commitment to deep diving into embodied experiential and intellectual learning together. That's really at the heart of our 3-year MSc learning journey, engaging the mind, engaging the heart, engaging the will, which is really about activating our action potential in the world. And I'm going to amplify those core components a little bit more now. And then I'm going to take you into the modular structure of the MSc program. I'll give you a quick overview of that. And then we're going to enter into dialogue and questions. Anything that you want to raise is welcome. I'm just moving the slide forward. There we go. So I mentioned that academic learning, of course, is at the heart of the program, is a major piece. The program is validated by Liverpool John Moores University. It's quality assured by the university. We have constellated an international faculty to deliver this program, and these members of the faculty all come with their own specialisms to deep dive into the cross-disciplinary exploration of the study of consciousness, spirituality, and transpersonal psychology. And what we're doing through that deep dive intellectual engagement is to examine our beliefs and our assumptions around what is the nature of consciousness, how do we understand spirituality in our contemporary world, how can we draw from spiritual traditions, indigenous traditions, and so on, in addressing the challenges that we're facing today in our global community. And together, we really go on repeated cycles, if you will, of inquiry to discern what it is that we can do with that knowledge to bring it to the fore in practice in various professional contexts. So we want to understand the nature of spirituality. We want to see what the lenses of psychology can bring to spiritual traditions, to wisdom traditions. And then we take that material and we, after a kind of deep dive into our personal understanding of these issues, we then turn it outward toward application. So academic learning is, of course, very much at the heart of this program. And that is then complemented with experiential learning. We can't really access ideas around spirituality and kind of deep engagement with the body mind and with ideas around whether it's eco-psychology or indigenous practices like shamanistic practices. We can't really engage with that body of knowledge if we don't practice, if we don't engage through the body. And so we cultivate other ways of knowing throughout this program in the various modules that unfold over the 3-year journey. And you're very much encouraged to bring your own knowledge and your own practice pathways to the fore here and to share with your peers what it is that you're doing, that you're already doing. Because of course, you're coming with a rich body of knowledge and a rich tapestry of spiritual and many other practices. So all of that is welcome, and it's enriching our shared learning journey together. So we welcome that multi-layered, multifaceted engagement in joined inquiry throughout the program, cultivating the mind and cultivating the presence and the presence of the heart throughout the learning journey. And then last but not least, and I mentioned it already before, we then very much place emphasis on applied learning in order to cultivate our action potential in the world. It's not news to anyone when I say that we are at a very tricky time in terms of humanity's evolution. There are so many big questions that we're facing together today in the world today. And this program really invites you to inquire into these questions, to bring your specialist interests to the fore, and then to explore and prototype and experiment with new practice models that you might want to bring into varying professional contexts. So you'll get the opportunity to apply transpersonal principles in your life and in your work, and then to discern through research what is the efficacy of these ways of working? How can we draw from transpersonal practices and apply them in the workplace or in our varied communities of practice? And what are the ethical implications of that? What does it mean to be engaging with transpersonal models in specific contexts? So these are all questions that are explored in depth on this program.